Hello. So this is fun. I'm literally having to film in my bathroom in order to have any decent lighting and any decent angle. Like nothing in my house is high enough for me to put the camera on so that I don't have to have the camera below me and looking down at it. Yeah, I'm not really set up for doing YouTube here, but that's okay. I'm gonna do the best I can. So I'm a little behind this week. Normally I film my videos on Thursdays and then edit it through the week and then post on Wednesdays. Well, today is Tuesday. So I was like, okay, either I'm skipping this week or I'm just going to make a real quick little video. So I think we're just going to go for a real quick little video because I don't want to skip the week. I want to try to keep this going for as long as I can. So I thought today, instead of doing like a longer video, I'm just going to talk about one thing today. Just kind of do like a review, an overall review of approximately 4 weeks of workouts, and any changes that I've noticed, improvements, stuff like that. So what I thought I would start with, which is the strength training, I'm doing calisthenics or body weight training, and I'm doing the hybrid calisthenics, like basic routine. And the YouTube channel is Hybrid Calisthenics. The website is hybridcalisthenics.com. And I'm just doing like their basic routine with the six exercises that you're supposed to do, 2 each day. And then you're supposed to do rotate them. And so that you're doing 2 exercises, 2 exercises, 2 exercises, and then you start over with the 2, 2, 2. I did make an adjustment to that. I did decide just to do it 5 days a week because 6 was not working out for me with my schedule. I wanted to have my last workout day of the week, I wanted to have it be like a hiking day, hopefully, most weeks. So far it's only worked out that I could do that 1 week, but that's the goal, especially as the temperatures come down and I can get outside more, is to go hiking on those days. And I had originally thought that I could do my strength training routine and then go out and hike, but I just found that doesn't work for me. When it's a day that I can go hiking, I want to be able to go out and do it immediately and not have to do anything else. So I decided to kick it down to 5 days a week. So basically, like, day 1 is, let me think, I just did it today because today is day 4. So I'm repeating day 1. Push-ups and leg raises. Push-ups and leg raises. Day 2 is pull-ups and squats. Day 3 is bridges and twists. And then on day 4, I go back to push-ups and leg raises. Day 5, pull-ups and squats. So the bridges and twists, I'm only doing 1 day a week instead of 2 days a week. And I did just start that this past week, I think. Or no, it's been 2 weeks. I've been doing 5 days a week, for 2 weeks. So anyway, so that's the routine, that's the program that I'm doing. And I have been doing it for just a little bit over 4 weeks now, I think. So I thought I would kind of go through each one and talk about like any changes that I've noticed doing the specific exercises, and then just overall I'll talk about any changes that I've noticed. I was actually really surprised. The reason that I'm doing this is because Saturday was when I kind of realized that like I was actually starting to notice changes, and that's when I looked back to see, well, how long have I been doing this? And I realized I was right about the 4-week mark, because up till then, to be honest, I really hadn't noticed any changes. A little bit of muscle growth, but that was about it. But the first thing that I noticed on Saturday, I did my push-ups and leg raises. And the push-ups I'm just doing, and I should say I'm still at level 1 on everything. I did just start level 2 of the push-ups today. Everything else I'm still at like the most basic level, so I'm doing like the easiest version of everything. So for the push-ups, I did those first, and I'm just doing wall push-ups right now. Oh, and that's another thing. I do want to make a video where I'm actually like showing myself doing these exercises. I just need a tripod in order to do that. Like I can't do it without a tripod. There's just nowhere to put my camera. So eventually I'll buy a tripod and then I'll make a video of it. But for the push-ups, I'm just doing the wall push-ups. Until, like I said, until today, I did progress to incline push-ups today. But on Saturday, I just did the wall push-ups and I did 3 sets of 50. And like for the most part with the push-ups, what I've noticed is just, I have noticed like a little more definition in my shoulders. Other than that, I don't think I really noticed too much. Like I will say like doing 150 wall push-ups is a workout. Like they feel really easy at first, but when you start getting up there in the reps, like it definitely starts to hurt. Although something else is with the amount of reps that you're doing on the lower levels, like it can get a little bit boring, honestly, especially if they're like easier exercises. I've been kind of struggling with doing the higher number of reps, but I have found ways to kind of make it work for me, like either listening to music. One day I put on some inspirational music and just pretended I was in a movie with a workout montage. I also like use the extra time to really focus on my form. And lately I've been working on my breathing as well. So it can be hard. Like doing 150 wall push-ups is a lot. It's a lot and it takes a lot of time. But I have found ways to make it a little more enjoyable. But I am looking forward to doing the more difficult workouts that have a lower number of reps. But that was the most I noticed with the wall push-ups is just that I am noticing some definition in my shoulders that I can feel. I don't think it's not visibly noticeable, but I can feel it. But then the really big thing, the thing that really hit me was the leg raises. When I went to do that Saturday, I kind of tend to dread the leg raises because they're really difficult for me. They're probably the hardest ones of everything that I'm doing. They're probably the hardest. And I actually couldn't even do like the level 1 because it's like you lay on your back and you're supposed to have your legs out straight, and then you bring your legs up towards you and you're supposed to bring them up folded and then go back down straight like that. I couldn't do that. It was too hard. So I have to do the regression of level 1 where you just keep your knees folded and just bring them up like that. So, and even that I was struggling with. The first day that I did it, I could only do 2 sets of 6 reps. That was it. I couldn't even hit, like, I think the like minimum was 2 reps of 10, and I couldn't even hit that on the first day. So I've really been struggling with them. I keep trying, I've been adding about 5 each time that I do them. I think I ended up skipping them one day for some reason. I don't remember why, but I skipped the leg raises one day. So, after the 2 sets of 6, I did 2 sets of 10 and then 2 sets of 15. So Saturday I was doing 2 sets of 20, and I was laying there, and every time I go to do them, I just kind of lay there and I kind of take some breaths, and it's like I'm steeling myself up to do them because I just know it's going to be hard and I'm not going to be able to do it, and I'm just like dreading it, and I have to like work myself up. And so I was doing that Saturday, and then finally I was like, okay, let's go. And I lifted my legs and I started doing them, and all of a sudden I was like, whoa, these are actually easier than usual. And I was able to get my core involved, which I had been kind of struggling with. When I was doing them before, it was more, I was putting most of the effort in my legs. And I was even like straining my neck a little bit, but my core wasn't getting involved at all. But Saturday I was able to my legs were coming up easier. So I was able to actually use my core a little bit. And I was like, holy cow, what happened? And then I realized as I was doing them that I was using the muscles in my legs that I was using to do them were the same muscles that I was building up by doing the squats. And that was when like it clicked to me that like, oh, all of these exercises are going to help each other. Like it's not just a matter of getting good at doing leg raises, you know, just while you're learning them by repetition. But the other workouts that I'm doing as well also will aid. You know, I'm building up my core and other muscles. I'm building up my leg muscles, or in other exercises, I'm building up my leg muscles and other exercises. So it just kind of clicked for me that like, it's all helping, like all of it. And it's all connected. And I was just like, oh, wow. And it made me feel so good. And I realized that like now, wow, I'm actually seeing results. I'm noticing changes now. So I started paying more attention this week. After realizing that, I started paying more attention to like how I was just feeling overall, like how my muscles were feeling, how my body was feeling. And so Sunday I did pull-ups. Oh no, I actually did not do any pull-ups on Sunday. So I'm ready to progress to level 2 on the pull-ups. And I need a pull-up bar for it because I don't have anywhere in my house that would work, because it's I think they're horizontal pull-ups. So I need something that I could like pull myself up like from it's supposed to be about sternum level. Something that I can lay back and then pull myself up to. And I don't have anything. I thought I was going to be able to use a broom on my stairs outside, but it wasn't high enough. So I ended up having to order a pull-up bar. So it actually came in today, so I'm going to get that installed tomorrow. I could have done the wall pull-ups on Sunday, but it's 150 reps. It's so many. And I was just like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I did skip that. I will say, as far as the pull-ups go, the wall pull-ups are the easiest of all the exercises that I've done. And I probably should have progressed earlier, but I've been trying to follow like a system as to like how much I progress each time I do them, because I'm trying to take things really slow. So I can't say anything about the pull-ups just yet, but hopefully when I get the pull-up bar going, and I'll do those tomorrow, I think. Yeah, tomorrow I'll do those. So on my next video, I'll talk about how that went. But then squats. Squats was the other big one for me. I did squats yesterday. I'm doing 3 reps of, or 2, hold on, let me check. Okay, 3 reps of 30 is what I'm doing right now. And so the squats that I'm doing are called jackknife squats, and you basically like bend over, you have a chair or something about knee height, and you put your hands down on it, and then you go down into a full squat, and you use the chair to assist yourself. So when I first started doing those, number one, I had a lot of knee pain in both my knees. Like every time I would do them, my knees would really hurt. It would get better as I went. Like the first set would be really painful, but then I would take the 3-minute break, go into the second set, and then it would feel a little bit better on the second set. But it kept progressing. Like the knee pain kept progressing and feeling better, like progressing in a good way. And then also, when I first started doing them, when I would get down into the squat, in order to get back up, I kind of had to bounce a little bit and kind of heave myself back up, because I just didn't have the muscle strength to just stand back up from a squat. But now, like having done them 3 sets of 30 yesterday, I can say, number one, the knee pain, there was no knee pain at all through any of them. Not even when I first started. No knee pain at all. The only thing was like a slight sensation on my right knee, which wasn't even pain. And it was just very, very, just like noticing just like a little something. Like I don't even know, just a little something. I don't even know what to call it. But I could feel something on my right knee, but it wasn't painful. It was just there. And I did not have to bounce. Like I can go all the way down into the full squat and then come all the way back up. The only issue that I do have is I'm kind of still coming up from the floor just a tiny little bit. I can't get my heels quite all the way down to the floor. I think that's probably an ankle issue, and I probably need to work on my ankles a bit. But other than that, like, the squats have been amazing, and I can really feel like the muscle definition in my thighs from doing the squats. And then the other ones are the bridges and twists, which like I said, I only do those 1 day a week. The bridges also have been, like, the bridges weren't very hard, but I didn't feel like I was getting up as high as I needed to be with the bridges. And I just couldn't really I felt like I was mostly using my glutes with them, but the last time when I did them yesterday, I could definitely feel like more of my core involved. And again, I was focusing a lot more on my form. It wasn't just like trying to throw myself up in the air, but I was actually working on my form as I was doing it. And then the twists aren't even like a muscle building. They're more of a stretch. And so the twists are, the problem that I'm having with the twists are still just that my legs are just too big for me to cross one over the other. But I have gotten further. When I first started doing them, I couldn't put one leg over the other at all. I just had to keep it straight. Or I would bend one leg. That's what I would do. I would bend one leg up, but I wouldn't cross it over. Now I am able to sort of cross it over. Just, I can't get my foot flat on the floor yet. So those will just, I plan on just continuing to do those. I'm not going to progress to the next level of those until I can actually get my foot on the floor. So I'll just stay at level 1 on those and hold them. But I do feel like the stretch has been better. Like I'm holding it longer. I can breathe into it. It's not painful. So, but yeah, so that's how like each individual exercise has been going. I want to mention a few other things that I've noticed. I have noticed that like my wrists, when I was first doing the wall push-ups, my wrists, and especially my left one, were really hurting. There's not pain now when I do the wall push-ups. And I did, like I said, I did do, what were they called? Incline push-ups. I did do incline push-ups today, and I had no pain in my wrist at all today doing the incline push-ups. I had an issue with my shoulder where I don't know if it was frozen shoulder. I know that's a common symptom of perimenopause. I don't know for sure if that's what it was, but I just know that like when I would get to about here, I would get a lot of pain in my shoulder. Because I wear my hair up for work all the time, and it was like getting really hard. I would have to like kind of turn my head in order to get my hair into a ponytail because I couldn't get my shoulder all the way up. But there is zero pain in my shoulder right now. It's just gone away. Another issue that I was having was on my leg. I'm not gonna be able to show it, but just like general leg pain in the bottom of my left leg. That's all I can really call it. It wasn't in the muscle, like it wasn't in the calf. It was more towards like the side and the front of my left leg. It wasn't in the bone. I don't know, ligaments maybe, or maybe the fascia. I'm not really sure, to be honest, where exactly the pain was. But I would just have like, for the longest time, it was just always there. Just this ever-present pain in that leg. And if I would be laying in bed and it would hurt. And then it got to where when I was doing the exercises, like it started feeling better, but I would still feel it sometimes when I would be doing like my cardio. And if I had to use my left leg, like doing a tap out or something with my left leg, I would feel it. That pain is, I would say, like 90% gone. It does still show up occasionally when I'm doing a cardio routine. It'll still show up occasionally, but for the most part, it's gone. What else? And I would just say, like, overall, like, I feel like movement is just easier than it was before. Like, the smallest things, like rolling over in my bed is easier now than it was. Getting out of bed, like going from a laying position up to a sitting position, is so easy now. Just walking in general feels better. Like I felt like before, like every time I walked, it was just like so heavy and everything hurt, but it just feels natural now. even driving, like weirdly enough, you know, because I drive for my job, driving feels different. I don't know exactly how to explain it. It just feels like I haven't lost any weight. Like to me, I still look exactly the same. I look in the mirror when I'm working out and I'm like, I look exactly the same. But I feel different. My body composition feels different. So I don't know, it's just really hard to explain, but like, I just feel like I have more fluidity, I think. Like, I'm just not like a big ball of blah, but like, I don't know. I just move easier. I move better. So yeah, it's been really cool. It's been really fun noticing all of this stuff this week. And it's kind of got me motivated again. Because I think I was feeling a little about the workouts. Like, I don't know if these are really doing anything. And in fact, I even cut back on some stuff because I took out, like, I was trying to do mobility training every day. I was trying to do stretch routines and stuff. And I ended up just cutting all that stuff out. And I said, I'm just going to do the cardio and the strength training. And I do a little bit of stretching, what I need to do at the end of my workouts. I do some stretching, but like I'm not doing like a full routine or anything, because it was taking up so much time. Like it felt like my workouts were like 2 hours long, and I was just kind of having a hard time going from one to the next, and I'd end up like skipping stuff, and so I was like, okay, I need to cut some stuff out and just make this go back to basics. So I kept the cardio and the body weights exercise. And I figure like once I get up into the higher levels of the body weight exercises, when I'm doing like the really tough stuff, well, not really tough stuff, but harder stuff, then I might cut it down to like 3 days a week. And on those other 2 days that I drop it, just add something on those 2 days, like maybe focus on mobility for a while, yoga, you know, whatever I want to do. So that's an idea that I had, because I really do want to do mobility training. I think it would be really helpful for me, but I can't overwhelm myself with too much. And then as far as the cardio goes, so right now I do cardio 5 days a week. 3 days I do walk at home videos, the Leslie Sansone videos. She doesn't make them anymore. I think she's retired or something. But I went through and found all the ones that she leads because I just like her. She's a lot of fun. And she always makes me laugh, and I have a good time doing them. So I do those 3 days a week, and I am doing a minimum of 25 minutes right now. I will work that up to 30 minutes. And then my goal for that will just be between like 30 minutes to an hour. Probably like between 30 and 50 minutes or something like that. And yeah, I think that'll be good. Like, it needs to be at least 30 minutes, but I also want to like have some wiggle room to do some longer ones when I want to, because she has like some 3-mile routines that are like 45 minutes. So, I'd like to do those when I'm able to. And then of course I do my walk/slow jog once a week. I'm just going to continue to call it a walk/slow jog until I'm jogging for at least half of the time. Right now I'm not. Right now I walk more than I jog. So I'm still doing that. I did work that up to 25 minutes as well. And I really enjoy that. It's nice. I like getting out on the trail. It's a lot of fun. I think it's going to get easier as the temperatures come down. And then on my last day of cardio, I want that to be my hiking day. And we are supposed to see some cooler temperatures. I think today's supposed to be low 80s. I checked the weather for Thursday, and it's saying a high of 77. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but man, I hope it does. Because that would be really nice weather to go out hiking in, especially if I go up to the mountains where it's a little bit cooler. That would be awesome. But definitely as the temperatures come down, I will get a lot more hiking in. And that's I consider that cardio. I get a pretty good workout, especially when I'm hiking in the mountains. So yeah, I think that'll be it. That's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I think that's good. So that'll be it for this week. Hopefully next week's video will be better. I am planning on going hiking Thursday if everything works out for me. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but the reason I didn't go do anything last Thursday when I normally film is because I had to work. So I don't normally work on Thursdays. I'm usually off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but I had to cover a morning shift for someone, and it just kind of honestly just ruined my day because I hate mornings.